Okay. So kindly adjourn the matter.
Item,
Item 2.
you are for the respondent,
Yes, my lord.
opposite party.
Yes, my lord.
Are you for delay condemnation?
Yes,
Yes, my lord.
Notice issued.
yes, yes,
Have you filed your affidavit?
yes.
Yes, my lord.
Okay. Who is appearing for the applicant?
My lord, I have
Your good name, please.
SK Chakravarti.
Third, Mr. S.K.
My lord, fix a date after
Learned
due
counsel for the applicant. On request made on behalf of Mr. C. Chowdhury, Leonard. Senior counsel. Senior counsel. Appearing for opposite party number,
Item 1 respond.
for the sole opposite party. List the matter on, when do you want?
29th of April.
Okay, 29th April.
May it please your lordship, with regard to item number 12, your lordship may not like to take up the matter, your lord.
Item number?
12, your lordship will appear on behalf of the respondent number 3 and 4, your lord. The Brahmaputra carbon, your lord.
Well,
Okay,
inform the other side.
I think so, he's there, your lord.
I am appearing on behalf of the petitioner.
list this case before any other bench without one of us, within bracket, justice, it's committee. Yes.
Oblige, your lordship.
No, please, your lordship. So with the consent of other side, I beg to mention item number 5, lords. That the matter may be taken up for review vacancy.
I appear for the respondent, my lord.
Item 5,
Lords,
Item 5.
you are appearing for respondent.
I am appearing for the respondent.
You are the
I'm for the appellant.
appellate. You are Mr.
A. Dhanukal.
On request made by Dhanukal and the counsel for the appellate. When do you want?
Any date, right, lord?
After BO,
After be good.
list on 24th April.
Highly on the.
Much.
May it please your lordship. Your lordship, with due consent of the other side, your lordship, I beg to mention item number 10 of the daily list, your lordship.
Yes.
Lordship, my senior, Mr. Kane Chaudhary, is out of station. That the
Who's-
matter be taken up some other day, your
Who's your senior?
Mr. Kane Chaudhary.
Ken Chaudhary. Item 8,
Item 10.
10.
Yes, your lordship.
Okay, on request made on behalf of Mr. Ken Chaudhary, Leonard, senior counsel for the petitioner. For the appellant. When do you want?
Any convenient date, your lordship.
List on 24th.
Health department has been informed.
Yes, yes, yes. Deeply obliged, your lordship.
May please your lordship, with regard to item number 15,
Hmm.
if your lordship may not like to take up the matter, the earlier round of litigation your lordship had appeared. Wherein
You can take up. List this case before any other bench. without one
May I
of us,
request for a specific date subject to convenience?
Or within bracket justice, so and so. On when do you want?
Lord, on 18th, if convenient, Lord, 18th of April.
lordship, can it be after 4 weeks? Because they have also filed an additional affidavit. We will have to file a reply to it. That affidavit has been filed on
18th
Friday.
is the almost 4 weeks. Appearing for 18th.
18th.
Is it okay?
Can it be in the week thereafter, lordship?
Yes. You're outstation lawyer, isn't it?
Yes.
So give you a convenient date.
Lord, a week thereafter will then, Lord, take me to May, Lord, 2nd of May then.
2nd of April. That was item.
Obliged.
Obliged.
Lordship, I beg to mention item 13, lordship.
Item?
Item 13, lordship.
Yes.
Shall the adjourn the matter for 2 weeks, lordship. My senior is now out of station, lordship.
Who's your senior?
Mr. H.R.E. Chaudhary.
On request made on behalf of Mr. H.R.E. Chowdhury, the senior counsel for the appellant. When?
After 2 weeks, sir.
List after 2 weeks.
My lord, with the consent of the other side, my lord, I beg to mention item number 9.
9.
Yes.
Yes.
The English senior counsel, Mr. Kane Chaudhary, is out of station, my lord. If the matter be passable further, it can be taken up on the next week, my lord.
Okay, on request made on behalf of Mr. Ken Chowdhury, the senior counsel for the petitioner, for the appellant. List after 1 week.
Item 1 of daily order.
May I please your lordship. Lordship, this appeal has been admitted, my lord, and accordingly, I have taken steps for service of notice upon respondent number 5, my lord.
Yes,
And there is an office note, my lord, office note dated 21/2/2024, my lord, that neither ID card nor unserved notice has been returned back, my lord. Still awaited.
when did you take steps?
Steps I have taken on, my lord, 21/12/2023, my lord. Office note dated, my lord, there is an office note, my lord, 21/2/2024, my lord. As per this office note, my lord, neither ID card nor unserved notice has been returned back.
Okay, registry is directed to list this matter before the Lavazima court with regard to service of notice on the respond number 5 for appropriate orders.
Obliged,
List after 2 weeks.
2 weeks, my lord.
2 weeks.
He has some selfish for it.
Oh, no. Registry is also directed to reflect the name of government advocate Assam in the process.
Obliged. May it please your lordship. Mother, it's a condemnation application initially for all parties are represented, my lord. And the
How
moot
about
issue,
respondent 1?
yes, I believe it was reflected.
His name is reflected.
Reflected. We have served the copies. No more,
113 days,
my lordship, the
113.
only issue was that
113.
113 days. We did not know about the order being passed. The writ petition order was passed ex parte. It was only in a different proceeding that we could come to know about this, and therefore we managed to file this writ petition, writ appeal.
Where have you stated?
My lordships, paragraph 2 onwards.
You weren't a party in the writ petition?
My lordship,
You weren't a party in the.
I was a party in the writ petition, but it was passed ex parte.
Notice was issued or not?
Notice was not issued. And may I take the indulgence to submit that, my lord? There was gross suppression of facts, which we ought to have projected had it be in a notice, my lord, but not in notice.
Yes,
Well, I have no objection. That may be condoned.
you are appealing for?
I'm for official respondent.
So where is the private person?
Private respondent not file any objection.
No.
Who is appealing?
Hildas.
MS L. Das and Mr. A. Chetia.
Wait for some time. Wait for some time.
Lordship,
You catch hold of
very good. At 2,
either of the two,
not at 2, sometime. Obliged.
16 of supplementary list order.
May it please your lordship. This petition was filed pursuant to an order of your lordship regarding protection of the Deepor Beel. Well, your lordship will take up page 20 of my miss case. Well, what has happened, that the division bench of the page 20 of my miss case, lordship. Can I read the order dated 7/12/2023? Heard such standing council forest has furnished compliance report dated 23/11/23, where it has stated that a proposal for approval of revised draft notification for declaration of the eco-sensitive zone of Deepor Beel Wildlife Sanctuary was placed before the cabinet meeting on 16/11/23. He further submits that the cabinet desires to make some modification also for clarification in the revised draft notification, and the same is under process. Accordingly, list the matter on 18/1/24, by which date if the notification for declaration of eco-sensitive zone of the Deepor Beel Wildlife Sanctuary is not issued, The concerned secretary shall file an affidavit stating the reason as to why the notification has not been issued and the progress made till date. In the meantime, the pollution and the water resource will file their respective affidavits. Then your lordship will come to the next date of the division bench, which is at page 24. In terms of the order passed by this court on 7/12, the additional chief secretary to the government of Assam has filed an affidavit. Sri D. Saikia, learned advocate general, has submitted that a draft notification declaring Deepor Beel Wildlife Sanctuary as an eco-sensitive zone has already been prepared, and the same will be placed before the state cabinet for approval within a period of 2 weeks. And after approval from the cabinet, the same shall be forwarded to the central government for final approval. Learned advocate general has submitted the process will take around 6 weeks, least after 6 weeks. Well, it is at this time that on the 10th of this March, on 10th of March, on the public domain, we could come to know that the Assam cabinet has taken a decision to withdraw the wildlife sanctuary. Completely unheard of.
Deepor Beel.
Yes, my lord. In fact, 2 notification was issued on that day in the cabinet, which is under wraps. One is the withdrawal of the Povitara Wildlife Sanctuary and Deepor Beel. Insofar as Povitara Wildlife Sanctuary, a Supreme Court was monitoring the case in the Godavarman. It has stayed it. Because the reason was the Assam government took a decision, we were settling some rights. But Supreme Court says settling of rights does not give you that right to withdraw it. Same case has happened in Deepor Beel. Now, after this statement is made, our anxiety is that the Deepor Beel will be destroyed now. Why? The 4 square kilometers of Deepor Beel, which is a wildlife sanctuary, and a wetland rules also operate. Now, till it's a Ramsar site, international importance. And in 2017, in the Balasubramaniam's case, the Supreme Court has said that the jurisdictional high court of all these states throughout the country will monitor. And Guwahati High Court was being given the responsibility in 2017 to look after, because it's a Ramsar site of international importance. And with this climate change and water security, we expect the government to take a decision for conservation. But this decision to withdraw it, it's too serious. So, and in fact, what has happened, the NECO-sensitive zone not being declared for such a long time, the construction has also started in some areas. So what I am praying with this, that the cabinet decision be placed and the interim protection may be given, and your lordship will now examine. Because the judicial review in environmental matters, the Supreme Court is now very proactive.
Where's the advocate general?
Opinions and chiefs, I am appearing. Lordship, so far as this PIL is concerned, prayer is something else. In the meantime, Lordship, that notification related to Propitera and Deepor Beel came into existence, Lordship. And my learned friend has filed one IA. That IA is before your Lordship. Here, a prayer has been made not to permit any construction in the Deepor Beel area. On last date, Lordship, a submission was made on behalf of the Advocate General that on the next day, the decision of the cabinet that is going to be taken as regard declaring Deepor Beel as an eco-sensitive area, Lordship, was to be placed, Lordship. But till now, Lordship, that instruction we have not received. We are still in communication with the department, Lordship. Today morning also we talked to the department. They are saying it's still under cabinet consideration. Cabinet not yet has taken any decision.
Cabinet has not taken a decision.
That has not been yet communicated to us.
But the cabinet has taken a decision to our.
Where's the
problem.
decision?
Well, a decision, it's for them. It's a writ of certiorari. They will have to produce the record.
2 notifications. One is denotifying the Deepor Beel as
Yes.
forest sanctuary. Another one is declaring Deepor Beel as eco-sensitive zone. That second decision was supposed to be placed before this honorable court today, Lordship. But unfortunately, that instruction we have not yet received. But another aspect of the matter is, Lordship. Otherwise also, Deepor Beel area is under the master plan, Lordship. It's a eco-sensitive zone. Otherwise also. And under the Water Bodies Act also, that area is covered under the Water Bodies Act. So otherwise also, construction is not permitted in that area. So at least we can wait for some time.
Well, this is not something adversarial. But
Yes.
the apprehension and allegations made by Mr. Das is very serious.
Lot.
If you are withdrawing something which is have to be imposed now, that is a very serious allegation. Now your reaction is okay, but that otherwise also you cannot make any construction, but you need to have some his apprehension needs to be.
Lottery. Today,
Hello,
I'm paying for.
One
paying
order
for
of the
some time-
Supreme Court just now I could collect, it was not uploaded.
Paying for some time lottery. On the next date lottery, I will.
So what is the
definitely-
basis of your apprehension, Mr.
Well,
Sir?
the basis of our apprehension is an RTI application by the petitioner
Have you got any
from the
response?
central government.
Have you got any response?
Yes, the response of the central government is that the eco-sensitive zone was already notified by the Assam government and sent to the central government.
Correct.
And central government sat over it. And they were supposed to, because it has to, central government gets the power under Environment Protection Act, Section 3. Now the central government says that it is very curious that they have withdrawn it. Well, this goes to show. So the submission of my learned friend goes counter to this. This is the central government stand.
There's nothing here.
The earlier proposal had expired, but it doesn't show that the state government is not keen.
No,
I think this eco-sensitive.
no, but what has happened, the central government, the fact that it was not keen could be caused from the two orders of the division bench, because they were taking time since last year that we are going to notify and inform you. But our apprehension is that when you have not come up with a specific statement of eco-sensitive zone, now you have withdrawn the wildlife sanctuary part. And the Supreme Court Lordship in page 7, one order I could somehow get it in early morning. My lord, at page 17,
So
it,
there
that
is
is
no-
similar.
There is no dispute at all with
Yes,
the proposition.
yes, ma'am.
What has to be done?
My lord, in fact, what I pray, let the records be placed, because the cabinet minutes will have to be placed before your lordship. Till date, the protection has to be given, because now your lordship will have to examine.
What protection?
My lord, the injunction regarding the wildlife part, the same happened with the Povitra. The Supreme Court explained it, that once you withdraw it, if you have any, suppose the Assam government takes a plea that some rights was not decided, no problem. That right won't go contrary to the conservation of wildlife. So the Supreme Court stayed it and said that you give the record. The government of Assam has already placed the record. At page 17, Lord.
What is your prayer in the eye?
My lord, my prayer is that the records regarding this, part,
That is no problem. with
yes.
this. Then
And in fact, I pray that till that is done, since the construction which is going on, they have not notified it into eco-sensitive zone. We don't know it. Now the Assam government is withdrawing it. So the construction part is going in some areas which could not have been done because under the wetland rules.
that is okay, but your specification, don't you think is very vague? Where is the construction done?
My lord,
Where is the construction?
my lord,
done?
at
Have you
least,
specified?
my lord, where is the
Will you spec-
construction? Yes, my lord, we could get photographs and all, because it's a PIL, we will produce it in a. We could
No, see,
show,
the allegations are very serious in nature.
my lord, the
To
allegations
be
are
specific,
serious.
We'll just ask Mr. Nayak, what is this going on?
Yes, my lord, at least your
And
lordship.
He has made a statement. There's otherwise also.
Malad,
no
in a
construction
PL,
is
in an inquisitorial litigation, no one is going to make just an allegation. Malad, we could show it through documents. And from the RTI documents of the central government,
No,
this-
RTI is nowhere. RTI, this is the.
Earlier, there's nothing.
It is not conclusive.
yes, Malad, but one thing is conclusive because the affidavit of the forest department says it was notified and we are now withdrawing it and examining it. Now the
So
examination
Where is
part,
the
the court,
withdrawal part?
it was notified in the
No, where
affidavit.
is the withdrawal part? Your allegation of withdrawal, where is the withdrawal?
Malad,
allegation?
the withdrawal part is there in the central government's thing.
Where?
Malad,
State.
if I may read again, with respect to a query at number 3, this is to inform that the ministry has published the draft notification of eco-sensitive zone around Deepor Beel on 25/8/21. This, the affidavit also shows. The proposal was considered in a 49 expert committee meeting held on 2/5/2022, and the representative of the government of Assam requested the deferment of the proposal as the Assam government has received a number of objections on the draft notification, and a public consultation is required to be held. The proposal had expired on 28/23. The amended proposal for publication of redraft is still awaited from the central government. The notification and minutes are available. So here the central government clearly says that you were supposed to send it to us for our approval. You have stalled it. And now the stalling part can be gauged from the fact that on the 10th of March, the cabinet has already decided not to withdraw this.
But where is that?
Well, that is for them to produce. This is in a public domain.
No, Lordship,
Once your lordship
Lordship,
places the
I'm
record,
saying till now, Lordship, my statement is that till now, Lordship, that Deepor Beel area has not been denotified. Povitra is a different issue, Lord.
well, then he will have to specify de-notified wildlife or what?
If allegation is coming from my friend, Lord.
Yes.
In place one document,
No,
document. that
in
shows that it's
in the petition, where is your statement regarding 10th of March?
Yes, well,
Withdrawal part?
yes, your lordship. But in para 6,
Paragraph 6.
well, a date we could get it just now, the 10, this is that cabinet meeting on 10, because the Supreme Court's decision on 10.
Please read. We are
Para
not
the
here.
applicant thereafter filed an application before the commissioner requesting demarcation of Deepor site and stop any construction as well as art filling with the Ramsar site. We informed the DC. It has also been reliably learned that the state cabinet in its meeting in the meantime has decided to denotify the Deepor Beel of 2009, thereby jeopardizing the protection of the Ramsar and the Wildlife Act. That in the same meeting, a decision already.
Mr. Nayak have specific instruction on this. The
Yes.
statement is slightly vague, but till then, since it involves a very large public interest. You take the instructions on. the
Even in
statement.
para 6, Lordship, one specific line is there, as per Guwahati Water Bodies Preservation and Conservation Act 2008, an area of 6.89 square kilometer, including the core area, is reserved as water body. The construction is otherwise also not permissible. That is my specific stand, Lord.
Well, they are filling up this near the entire periphery, taking advantage that neither a notification on the wetlands of 17 or the eco-sensitive zone under the Wildlife Protection Act has been
Here
done.
means we
So
are
it
not
is
filling up
under
any
this
land, Lord.
situation, a serious thing has
My
happened.
lord. We are not filling up any land.
That is good. नहीं, ठीक है, सही। नहीं, ये तो ठीक है, सही, time to go, आज ही। अच्छा।
Yes, Nayak,
Lordship,
you take instructions?
Lordship. So far as that denotification part is concerned.
And also on the aspect of constructions and land filling, these are very serious allegations. We have taken a very strict stand in Hilhako. We
Lordship.
cannot, our stand cannot alter, and this is something much more important.
Lordship.
But HK Das, then the counsel for the, oh, sorry.
DK.
DK Das, then the counsel for the applicant. Stop. By this application, the applicant has brought to the notice of this court that the state cabinet has taken a decision to denotify the
Deepor Beel,
Deepor Beel Wildlife Sanctuary as an eco-sensitive zone. Stop. However, applicant applicant is not in a position to produce the denotification before this court. Stop. Para. Mr. P. Nayak, Learned Standing Council,
Lordship, may I write? I am appearing for GMCL, GMDA.
Learned Council appearing for the GMDA
Yes, Lord.
shall receive instructions with regard to the denotification of the Deepor Beel Wildlife Sanctuary as an eco-sensitive zone. Stop. Monday,
Not on Monday, Lordship.
Yes.
Lordship will grant me some time. Lordship.
No, these are important matters. Monday.
Monday.
Monday, Lordship.
The learned counsel shall also take instructions with regard to the allegation of filling up of the Deepor Beel Wildlife Sanctuary, as well as illegal constructions being made. Stop. List on Monday.
Okay,
Well,
it's
some-
possible on third, Lord.
Okay.
Well, there's some protection, my lord, since the Supreme Court has also
No,
intervened.
that protection will.
It's a very similar case. Supreme Court says, give the record. In the meantime, don't give effect to the notification. That part can be given, lordship, because your lordship is examining now under judicial.
No notification is before your lord. That is, your lordship has instructed me to obtain law. Notification,
Till third, I think there should be no problem.
only one.
Well, at least your lordship will specify.
On-
When the Supreme Court was moved also, no notification was there. Still they
We'll
passed.
see on third.
Obliged.
Prayer for interim order will be considered on the next.
Obliged. Lordship is fixing on the third.
Third.
Obliged.
Four of daily leave mission.
See, the central excise appeal by the department against the order dated 8/4/2023. I've, lordship appeal is to be admitted and substance question of law. Lordship, here the respondent is a manufacturing company. They are manufacturing disposable syringe. They are a unit in Assam, lordship. They are assembling, they are procuring the raw materials from their different units and assembling here and producing that. Under the Central Excise Act, lordship, under section clause 5 of the notification, some exemption is allowed to the manufacturer, lordship. In my humble submission, lordship, this is not a manufacturing process. Question number 2, lordship, may be considered for your lordship.
See, the first question which you have framed
Lordship,
is not a question of law at all.
lordship, 2 will do probably,
No, two is a question of fact,
no, lordship,
essentially.
no, lordship, they are manufacturing,
No, you are saying that they are not manufacturing.
no, our submission, is,
Your submission, that isn't that a question of fact?
lordship, because the process undertaken
Whether they
by,
are manufacturing or not, is it a question of law?
lordship, because under clause 5, I have page 4, lordship, we have described, we have the manufacturing process is to be that the something has to be new, has to be come out. But here they are procuring the raw materials from different units and assembling here in Guwahati. So they are not entitled to any exemption as per our condition. Lordship, page 4. Clause 5 of the notification of 30 to 99. Page 4. Exemption are allowed to the manufacturers under the clause 5 of notification, lordship.
You know the ambit of 35G.
No, lordship,
35G is very limited,
any question of,
just akin to 100 of the CPC.
yes, lordship.
Unless you can have a substantial question of law. Are these matters of consideration or examination by an appellate court?
Lordship, in 2015, Supreme Court has, with respect to some other materials, come to that the entire process is to be undergone and some new factor, new product has to be emerged from that process. Then they will be called manufacturing.
Where that?
Of 18 and 19 of the.
To appreciate your point, won't we be required to again appreciate or go through the evidence?
No, lordship,
What was
lordship, then,
yes,
then,
again go to the facts?
let's say, then, in my humble submission, question may be reframed. That whether the respondent is entitled to benefit under section clause 5 of the notification, being assembling the goods. Lordship. Paragraph 18 or 19 of this judgment, lordship. In paragraph 9 and 10, let's see, what is the manufacturing process that has been explained by the Honorable Supreme Court? Paragraph 9 also. Let's see.
You are referring to paragraph 9 and 10.
9, 10 is a distinction between manufacturing and
That is
marketing.
okay, but
Here, let's say they file an application for exemption under clause 5 of that notification 1992. Then the assessing authority, they come to conclusion that the process undertaken by the respondent is not a manufacturing process because they are procuring raw materials from different units and they are assembling here. And that product is disposal syringe also. So the process undertaken, because they are assembling here.
there are any definition of a manufacturing process.
In our humble submission, the tribunal come to a conclusion that this is a manufacturing process. But my humble submission before Lordship, this cannot be.
Now, when raw materials are procured, as you have just submitted, and they put in their efforts and assemble it,
They are assembling here because there are 4 components of syringe Lordship, needle and the 2 pumps are there. They are just assembling and packing it and place for marketing.
is there any law, case law which you are citing
Lordship,
to
there are,
have a distinction between assembling and manufacturing?
Lordship, one judgment was relied by the tribunal that has been overruled. In that case, Lordship, the food products was assembled. Then Supreme Court came to conclusion, no, this
Food
is
products, assembly of food products, what was the fact? What were the facts?
no, Lordship, because Lordship, I'm having this judgment. But that was overruled subsequently. So I'm not relying on that. And in
How
2000,
do you distinguish between assembling different parts, making it one
Because-
product and manufacturing?
because it is after assembly, no new products has come out.
Can you call a needle a syringe?
No, Lordship,
Can
because
you call the tube a syringe? Syringe is a different product, only after assembly.
that is to be decided by the Lordship.
And that too in a substantial, substantial question.
Lordship, allow me some time, I'll frame, I'll suggest some other section question. Okay.
You take it back
Lordship.
on request made by Mr. S.C. Kale. Counsel for the applicant. List down
Next week. Lordship.
after a week,
Next week.
after.
Take the citation back also, you might need.
Lordship.
Yeah.
Check.
Wait, in this case, there is a caveat, my lord, that may be discharged, my lord, my claim is there.
Yeah, agree?
I'm agreeing.
Give it.
My lord, by the
But
in
just
order,
The caveat is a hard, you know, then it comes, then it's new counsel for the caveat. Caveat starts to discharge.
by the in order, my lord, my appointment as in-charge principal has been set aside by this, by the single judge, my lord, on the ground that, my lord, I was junior to the private respondent here in, my lord, the petition. My lord, Lordship may kindly turn to page 40. Initial appointment of the writ petitioner, my lord. Page 40.
Yes.
On recommendation of the district level selection board and subject to discharge without notice and without assigning any region thereof, Sri Kalyandas BSc, an inhabitant of so and so, is temporarily appointed to act as assistant teacher in so and so school on ad hoc basis. On ad hoc basis, he was appointed on 16 September 1998 for a period of 3 months. That was extended, my lord, by order at page 42. For another 3 months. Next extension also you'll find at page 43. For another period of 3 months. Next, page 44. For another period of 3 months. And finally, page 46, by page 46 order, his service was extended until further order. This page 46. Third January 2000. This ad hoc appointment was never regularized. It was never regularized. By an order at page 75, that is dated 12/8/2010, page 75. His service was confirmed. Though it was not regularized, it was confirmed. At best, my lord, at best, his seniority can be counted with effect from 12/8/2010. 12/8/2010. Not from 16 September 1998. Because that ad hoc period, my lord, that cannot be counted towards seniority. That is my, and my appointment also at page 794, I was regularly appointed by the authority, my lord, on regular basis, page 94. That is 30th October 98. After 1.5 months of the writ petitioner. He was appointed on ad hoc basis. Page 94 is my appointment.
Yes.
My lord, that is my first ground, my lord, that the writ petitioner, he cannot claim seniority for the period of his ad hoc appointment. At best, he can claim seniority from the date when his service was confirmed.
That was what date?
That was 12/8/2010.
2010.
12/8/2010. And if that is done, my lord, he cannot be senior over me, my lord. I was appointed on 30th October 1998, and his service was confirmed in 2010. He cannot be senior to me. That is another ground. The other ground taken before the learned single judge, that he was sent on deportation by order at page 48.
Who appeared?
The writ petitioner. For undergoing the B.Ed training course. Page 48, my lord. His name is at serial number 16, Kalyandas. for becoming a principal of a higher secondary school, one must be a postgraduate along with a B.Ed degree. What the writ petitioner did, when he was sent to undergo the B.Ed training course, he also pursued the MA degree on distance education mode from the IDLE under Guwahati University. The B.Ed degree was under the Borderland University and MA degree was under the Guwahati University. At the same time, while pursuing the MA degree, he never took permission from the appointing authority, which is mandatory under Rule 13 of Assam Civil Services Conduct Rules.
Yes.
If a degree is obtained without prior permission from the appointing authority, government on their wisdom, my lord, has taken a conscious decision not to honor such degree. I'm not saying that that degree is invalid. Those degrees, government, my lord, they have decided not to honor such degree if it is obtained in violation of Rule 13 of the 1965 Act rules.
Where is that?
That lordship will find at page 89. In an identical situation,
No, where government will not honor.
yes, my lord, in identical situation, government has decided not to, my lord, accept such degree. Page 89. In another case, my lord, one case was remanded by this honorable court, and this was the decision taken by the government.
No, this is not a decision taken by the government.
Yes, my lord. Pursuant to lordship's, my lord, this honorable court's order, this is the order passed by the government, wherein it was decided not to honor such degree.
Where is it? Which part?
My lord, on perusal of available records,
Page
89.
Yes.
On perusal of available records, around 6 paragraph, my lord.
Yes, yes, yes.
My lord. On
Where is that part?
they have mentioned, my lord, Rule 13, next paragraph, my lord. Next page, lordship will find Muhammad Altaf Hussain, graduate teacher, is senior in service to Muhammad so-and-so, subject teacher in so-and-so school, as per date of joining as well as date of receiving graduate scale of pay. But as per Rule 13, Assam Civil Service Conduct Rules 1965, his master degree cannot be taken into account since no previous permission was accorded from the appointing authority by him for obtaining master degree.
It was
In-
not the subject matter of any challenge.
It was not challenged.
Is it a correct proposition?
My lord,
What can be the consequence of not taking permission? The degree will go,
my lord,
or he can be proceeded in a department proceeding.
departmental proceeding, they can
But
initiate.
will the degree go?
My
Because
lord,
he did not take
they have
permission.
decided not to honor such degree.
See, there are
Degree will
distinctions.
not be
There are
invalid.
distinctions of
Degree
assailing
cannot
a-
be,
There are distinctions of assailing a degree. If the degree is obtained by a fraud, he did not have the qualification, did not undertake the course. Here, he did not take the permission to pursue the degree. Will the
Yes.
degree go?
my lord, it is the decision of the government. They have decided,
That will not act as a precedent otherwise also. You have to make it an independent case.
my case, my lord, basically, my lord,
The seniority part may not have a role. You are harping on the seniority part.
yes, my lord.
That his confirmation is much later, so you
Yes,
at
yes.
least take that date. What about the other parts?
My lord.
That is one part we'll have to, we have not.
Yes, my lord,
expressed
that,
everything.
this aspect was.
You have a BA degree.
I have all the degree, my lord. I obtained the MA degree prior to my appointment. Under deputation, I obtained the BA degree while I was working as a teacher. And accordingly, my lord,
The
government
only
has
consideration is the seniority part.
seniority part.
These, I don't-
Yes, my lord. On the, my lord, point of seniority
what is the
regarding,
finding of the Learned Single Judge on
on the
seniority?
on the point of ad hoc appointment, my lord, nothing was
Let us see.
decided.
Where is the judgment?
Yes, lawsuit. Impugned judgment lawsuit will find at page 119. দুটা বেলেগ বেলেগ সেট হা then 119
Please, tell us the internet page.
page
Internal page,
internal page, my lord,
on the top right.
yes, my lord, in the impugned order, my judgment, my lord, the regarding the seniority, ad hoc appointment part and seniority, that was not decided. Only aspect was decided regarding, my lord, the violation of rule 13 of the conduct
Let
rules.
us see your writ petition, where are the grounds? Was this a ground?
He
has
has not challenged that seniority before the
Was it a ground?
that they never
My lord, it was a pleaded case, my lord, of the writ petitioner himself.
Page 77, Lordship.
Let us see your pleading.
Page 77.
My lord, in the affidavit, my lord, nothing was stated like that. That is, I have to admit.
If it is not a pleaded case, where is the occasion of the judge to learned judge to go
No,
into
my
that
lord,
aspect?
what happened, my lord, this is a part of the record. The appointment of the writ petitioner.
This is a writ petition.
Yes.
It's an extraordinary jurisdiction, prerogative writ. You have to make out a case on pleadings. There is no aspect of adducing evidence here. Whatever is the foundation is in the pleadings. We go to the extent of even an affidavit, rejoinder also, we
my lord,
accept.
I was also surprised, my lord, while drafting the appeal, my lord. In the
If that was
affidavit, my
not one
lord,
of the grounds, you may
in
have a
our-
good ground, but how can you find fault with the honorable judge if it was not pleaded?
In fact, he had filed earlier writ appeal, it was withdrawn, and this is the second writ appeal.
no, that was withdrawn on a different aspect. Lawsuit was there, my lord. So, my lord, as it is a question of law, lordship can decide, my lord.
Question of law by an appellate court, intra-court appeal. It was not even the issue before the honorable single judge. Rest in peace. R.I.P.
Well, I was also surprised to, while, my lord, I was going through the affidavit filed by the appellant here in my lord, that this aspect was never pleaded in the affidavit.
Give you my chance.
Are there any precedents helping you that in spite of the fact that you have not taken up in the pleading in the first court, single judge, you can take it up with a coordinate
Appellate court.
jurisdiction?
Today, I am not prepared with that, my lord.
You, since we think you had a point,
Yes,
but it was not urged,
yes.
but you try to do some research there.
Lordship may see the gradation this panel, that is not challenged. Page 64, man.
Yeah, that
Gradation
we
list,
have already accepted.
yes.
I'm not saying that he is not getting the graduate school of pay prior to me.
What is your age?
My,
And Mr. Roy?
My lord, page
I am
64, my
54
lord.
years.
54.
Same, my lord. I think it's. How much it is?
Date of birth,
In the rate petition, you'll have in the affidavit.
Date of birth, yes, my lord. My date of birth is 1/8/1969,
no, he is not 54, my lord. He is not
and
54.
his date of birth is 1/2/1969.
Because while filing the writ petition, my lord, he was 53, now 54.
More or less,
You have some years of service.
no, not some years, my lord. Few months here and
No, some years of service left.
yes.
Yes. This is an ad hoc appointment, my lord.
And
It's
they should
not
have,
a regular
this is,
appointment.
the seniority is never been challenged. Even that single proceedings, or otherwise also, my lord,
This is not.
Mr. Saikia, the problem is that when you don't take this as a part of the pleadings, he doesn't get a chance to rebut it.
Yes, yes, that is true.
And once he doesn't get the chance, there is also no occasion for the single judge to go into the fact. And without giving him a fair opportunity to rebut an allegation, it will not be fair on our part at all.
When do you want?
Next week,
I'll just say on request, man. On request made by Mr. Ice. I think that it's also-
This you have cited the central council.
This you take it back.
my lord.
Mr. Saikia, you have cited.
Yes, sir.
Why? For what?
My lord, on the point of counting the ad hoc period
Oh,
of,
those are,
Fine.
But next week, third, my lord. Third of April, my lord.
my lord,
Okay, list on third.
oblige, my lord.
No, don't send it. Yeah.
Seven,
Lordship, I pay for some accommodations. Can it be taken up on first, Lordship, Monday, Lordship?
Okay, on request made by Mr. B. Jagavati, Leonard. CJC,
Lordship,
list on, when do you want?
Monday,
First.
oblige.
They have come. Hold on.
Item 8, my lords.
item 3,
My lord, I see your friends is joining from Delhi, Lord.
item 3.
Item 8, Lord.
No, we are on item 3.
My senior is in court number 4. Can it be taken up for some time?
When one comes, the other goes. Are you Eldas?
No lordship, but she's of our chamber.
Hmm?
He's with us only, lordship.
Hmm. Do you have any objections?
No,
Then we can finish it off.
Yes. Can the delay, we can condone and we can have this for admission.
yes,
Heard, Mr. S. Banik, learned counsel for the applicant. Also heard, who are the other sides? Who was that other gentleman? DB Bola, no.
for respondent number 1, I
Also heard MS
D Mohanto.
D. Mohanta, learned counsel for the respond number 1.
And
And S.K. Talukta, learned standing counsel, cooperation department. For the respondents 2 to 5. Stop. By this application. The applicant is praying for condemnation of 113 days delay in filing the connected return. Stop. Can we counsel for the respondents have no objections for condemnation of delay? Stop. We have also considered the cost shown, particularly at paragraph 2, 3 and 4 of the present application. And we are satisfied. Stop. Accordingly, delay of 113 days in filing the connected return is condoned. IS disposed. Registry is directed to number the return and list the matter in its usual course.
Much
17 of supplementary list, admission.
My lord, as per the direction of the court, my lord, we serve the copy to personally to bank.
you're repairing.
Yes.
When you take over.
Yes, what was this?
My lord, matter released to my lord, when the matter is, my lord, OA is pending before the tribunal. That record
Yes,
a tribunal.
Doctor. Fifth is the date.
Lordship, this is a covered case under this transcode because simultaneous, we can proceed to a simultaneous.
But don't you think that you should wait till fifth? Fifth is the next date. What is the difference? Today is what, 27th?
Either way, my humble submission is that the auction says that they have come again. We have abided by this honorable court's order. When auction goes, we have to serve the notice again to them. It's a mandatory. 15 days notice have to sign. Now the question here,
It's only the date. They are not per se putting to challenge the auction. You can go ahead.
now
Next date is fifth. We had put this before fifth. Have it on a date after fifth. See the outcome on fifth. Matter ends there. We wanted to have your pass the order in your presence, and we don't want to stall or do anything in a proceeding under a DRT or securitization. The law is very clear.
yes, Lordship.
This is not a forum where we entertain.
Lordship.
Everything is it's a self-contained court.
Lordship.
But at the same time, fifth is the date fixed. What is the great urgency that you have a date on 26th?
Lordship, then in my humble submission, Lordship, kindly see, they have already annexed in their application.
No, Mr. Dutta, we are not going to the merits at all.
No, I'm not going on the merit.
We are not making any observation towards it.
I also don't want, Lordship, I have full respect. I'm just pointing out one thing. They have themselves annexed of an order passed under section 13, the Surface Act, which they have proceeded, which they have gone to the DRT by challenging the action of the bank under section 70, which was dismissed. Now, when it was dismissed, then they came before this honorable court against that order.
Where is the dismissal under?
Yes,
Page.
This is page annexure I,
Page.
page 80 of the report.
80.
Yes. 7/8/2023. They have challenged everything except this auction sale note.
At that point, there was no auction sale. That point there was no auction.
No, no, 13-4 notice.
Yes, position.
Not the challenge.
Yes.
There is 13-4
Yes,
notice.
13-4, we had challenged the 13-4. No, position certificate. And that was not entertained. Ultimately, it was dismissed. Then they preferred the OA before the court. And on 19-1, proceeding was, case was proceeded ex parte against other two defendants, fixing the matter on 5-4 for further hearing. So during the midst of the hearing, if they are allowed to go for auction sale, everything will go,
No, after this dismissal of 7-8, what happened?
7-8, then they prefer the OA. They filed the OA.
OAS was filed along.
We did not challenge this order before any authority. We accepted the decision of the tribunal. 7-8 is the order by which our case was dismissed.
O is also 2022, Mr. Dutta.
Yes, 22.
Not March 40.
Yes.
The 17 application was
Yes.
also 22.
Yes. The 17 application, they have filed.
Understood. But
23, yes.
OA was subsequent or earlier?
Earliest.
Yes, they are right. Their OA is earlier.
7-8 has dismissed 17 application.
Yes. That is what I am submitting. They are not paying anything. And, that is a problem.
There was somebody else. Tamanna, yes. Kindly see the prayer, they have made in the OA. They sought for a declaration that they may be allowed to go for attachment and say. unless and until that relief is, my lord, granted, how can they go for, my lord, attachment and, my lord, sale? We are not, my lord, making any prayer for, my lord, suspension of the entire procedure. Which one? 2007, it's 2007. Oh, it's not that. But that was not there. Yeah. Yeah, 2007, and look at this. 2007. Yeah, 2007. Yeah, 2007. Supreme Court. 7-1. 7-1. Malo. 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 My lord. Hello, my lord. Our challenge was not against the, my lord, against the, my lord, sale or, my lord, attachment of property. Our challenge was against, my lord, the notice issued under 13-4. 13-4. Yes, Service Act. Now, even then, my lord, since my lord, both the proceedings are independent, and both the proceedings are, my lord, a separate proceeding. Therefore, once their proceeding is pending for final conclusion, that's right, madam.
Is to facilitate the banks and financial institutions
Now, whether, my
for
lord,
recovery of their loans.
right, madam, whether by virtue of this dismissal order, can they have any authority to go for, my lord, auction sale? Suppose, my lord, my petition
Where
is
is the
dismissed.
challenge to that?
No, I didn't
You
challenge. but-
challenge it, you say that 7.5 will not lead to having an auction. Will adjudicate that thing.
They can file an application before the DRT itself, 17-1.
Then, my lord, some liberty may be given to us so that we can make an application before the appropriate authority.
Today is the date 26.
26.
Where is the, what will you get in a liberty? The auction is going on 26.
Could not proceed.
Now, auction, my lord, that is suspended by virtue of this court's order. Now they are
Is
go
gone.
for any fresh auction, my lord, they have to issue notice. By that time, we'll make an application before the
order
tribunal.
that passed was a very conditional order.
Yes.
That was a conditional order.
It is only to facilitate the bank to make the representation, which the bank has done through Mr. Rotto.
Even then, my lord, lordship will examine this question. Once they approve the tribunal, they sought for certain relief, and relief is yet to be granted. And in the midst of that, my lord, proceeding, whether they can, my lord, go for ultimate step.
We can at best give you liberty to approach the tribunal. I will packet this. Or,
Whether lordship is going to vacate this order
yes, yes,
with the liberty to,
yes.
The auction sale is gone. Auction sale notice is gone. As on date, because yesterday it was, there was auction, we did not,
Yes.
so it is gone.
it is gone.
Otherwise, we have,
In fact,
yes,
In fact,
I think his purpose has been served.
such, yes, absolutely.
Hard PK forecast, run it. Counsel for the petitioner. Full stop. On the last occasion, after considering the subject matter involved, comma, the petitioner was directed to furnish a copy of the writ petition to the respondent, pursuant to which, comma, the respondent bank is represented today by Sri S. Datta. Put the para. The petitioner has put to challenge notice dated 18/1/2024 and 15/2/2024 and the consequent e-auction sale of the properties of the petitioner, which was fixed on 26/3/2024. It is the case of the petitioner that the OA, being OA number 133 of 2022, filed by the bank, being pending, and the next date being fixed on 5/4/2024, comma, the auction sale could not have been fixed on 26/3/2024. It is submitted that without there being an adjudication in the OA, comma, if the auction sale is allowed to proceed, comma, grave prejudice would be caused to the petition. Per contrast, comma, Sri Dr. The learned counsel for the bank has submitted that the projection made on fact are not fully correct. By referring to the order dated 7/8/2023 passed by the learned DRT Guwahati, which has been annexed as Annexure 1, 1 or I? Is it 1 or I?
What? Oh,
I.
sorry.
Comma, it is submitted that it was a final order passed in an application filed under section 70 within bracket 1 of the SARFACI Act of 2002, wherein amongst others, the possession notice dated 9/6/2022 issued under section 13 within bracket 4 of the Act was one of the subject matter of challenge. It is submitted that the final order of dismissal was not put to any further challenge by the petition and therefore has attained finality, had attained finality. Full stop. He further submits that the step to go ahead with the auction sale has got nothing to do with the OA instituted by the bank, which is otherwise also prior in point of time. Full stop. Para. After, at this stage, comma, we forecast of the learned counsel for the petitioner submit that in case this court is not inclined to grant the relief, comma, he should be allowed, he may be given liberty to approach the tribunal under the appropriate provisions of law. After hearing the learned counsel for the parties and on consideration of the materials on record, we are of the view that the auction sale notice that the grievance of the petitioner, so far as the possession notice dated 9/6/2022 issued under section 13(4) of the Act was raised before the tribunal, was unsuccessfully raised before the tribunal in SA number 56 of 2022, along with IA number 304 of 2022, which was dismissed on 7, it is 5 or 7/8?
7/8.
2023. And it is not in dispute that the state order of 7/8/2023 was not put to further challenge and therefore has attained finally. Full stop. The auction sale is a part, is a consequence of the state order. Full stop. At the same time, OA number 133 of 2022 is was admittedly instituted prior in point of time. And the next date in the same case is fixed on 5/4/2024. In view of the above, we are of the considered opinion that the auction sale notice dated 15/2/2024 should not be connected with the OA 133 of 2022, the hearing of which is fixed on 5/4/2024. We have been informed that pursuant to the interim direction passed by this court on 22/3/2024, the auction sale was not held on the date fixed, that is 26/3/2024. In view of the above discussion, we find no merit for interference in this present petition, as otherwise also the interference by a writ court in proceedings under the DRT or surfacing has been deprecated by the Honorable Supreme Court in a cat and mouse decision. As the entire objective of the Act is to facilitate banks and financial institutions to recover their bona fide dues. Accordingly, the writ petition stands dismissed. However, liberty is granted to the petitioner to avail the appropriate recourse of law before the tribunal. In any case, I think you have to publish a press notice.
Press notice, yes.
The interim order passed earlier. Stands vacant.
At least some relief I got.
Tactical move
Technical,
before the holidays.
yes.
8 of Delhi list.
My lords, please. No, this is a public interest
Before my
litigation.
learned friend proceed, I want to point out one thing, my lord. The PWD Department of the State is the main respondent here in fact. They have not, my lord, OP has not been served, perhaps, my lord.
You are the public work.
No, Public Works Department, my lord, their name has not been shown and
You are for the government.
government.
Madam wanted to address. Yes.
Public Works Department would be an important party though. But I believe if I argue on the merit for the purpose of notice to be issued and thereafter, as my lords pleases, I'll go by that. The matter,
We can have a short date. We'll we have a separate council for the public works department. Special council. So you can direct testing office.
may I
Respecting
request
of
this
it.
honorable court, as my lords pleases, otherwise, my lords, if my lords,
Anybody representing the petitioner here? You're representing?
My senior friends is
So you're the local council.
Lord.
local, yes.
Lord.
Mr. You good time?
A.S. Gupta, Seniority.
No, it's good.
D. Dole.
Sabha Gupta,
You good name, please.
your name.
D. Dole, Lord.
Mr. D. Dollar. PWD.
My lord, I represent respond number 5, 7 and 8.
Would my lords
The
consider,
party here.
would my lords consider hearing me
Respond number
on,
6, my lord.
can
Their
I just
names
complete my
PWD
submission?
has got very little role to play. In fact, it is the government, without the authority of the central government, as for the PM demand scheme, as well as the legal provision, they have been going on issuing the tender for construction of this project in Kamaka Hills.
Lordship, my lord, Kamakya is a it is a very sacred place of worship for the Hindus and other religions also in the world. It is the only temple where the mother goddess menstruates, which is a menstruating goddess. And each rock, each stream is sacred. So any destruction, any manipulation or tampering with them will destroy the very sanctity and the very pristine ancient history of the Hindu religion. So it is very important issue, my lord, involved. PW is just a peanut.
Lord,
My-
may kindly see the prayer portion of the, my lord.
No, we're not going into those aspects. Let the PWD council be there.
Yes,
You can have it on Monday. Yes, you can have it on Monday.
Monday, my lord.
Have you finished copy?
Copy was furnished to the government, my lord.
Not to the PWD.
PW, of course.
Then Mr. D. Dollar in the account. Copy of the. To the General Funding Council, PWD. Within the course of the day. Stop.
Can you do by tomorrow, my lord? This is very bulky one. By tomorrow.
Okay, within 3 days.
As you know, by
This matter I can also. History is
My lords, consider listing it on 2nd of April in place of once,
Yes,
1st
yes.
of April.
I also wanted 2nd April.
On top, please, on second,
2nd April.
on top.
Second.
But, as Gupta, the back, the problem. So,
We'll furnish today, etc.
Great minutes.
yeah, second.
Great minutes.
Eleven.
Regarding service of notice, my lord, we have seen in the list that DIC name is mentioned. So before the learned single, just DIC was not appeared.
Who?
My lord, I don't know who is the standing council. Registry also could not say who is the
What?
standing council of
Who?
industry department.
Mr. Ecolita. Ecolita is the standing council. His name has been reflected or not? Not
Mm.
reflected.
Standing council,
Industries and Commerce.
industry.
Oh, there's no. Industries and Commerce. There's no respondent.
As regards notice, my lord, I think notices are completed except
Oh,
standing council and DIC, my lord.
This department you are referring to respond number 8,
Yeah,
8, DIC.
DIC.
Yes. Please serve a copy on Mr. Ecolita and inform him with.
A Colita.
General Council for the applicants. So for the copy of the applicant. To the General Funding Council. Within the course of the day, can you do it?
Today.
Yeah.
Within 3 days, my lord.
Within 3 days.
Matter may come up after view because
After you. Please start 22nd.
mm,
14.
This is a appeal by the revenue. Let's say if the respondents appeared, they file an affidavit raising the preliminary objection that the appeal lies before the Supreme Court. Let's say allow me sometimes to respond to that application.
Okay, Mr. HCL and the Standing Council, GST,
Yes, sir.
placed for how much time?
2 weeks after beautification.
Placed for a week's time. To file reply to the objections filed by the respondent.
On sole respondent.
Please. When do you want?
After vacation, due vacation.
Or? Okay, 26.
Okay. 26.
Eighteen of supplementary list hearing.
Please, your lordships. This matter pertains to drinking water supply. This matter pertains to the issue of drinking water supply in the city of Guwahati, Lord. Lordship, the matter has been pending since 2019 and several directions have been issued by this honorable court from time to time, which has resulted in expediting work in some of the phases. There are 4 phases, your lordship. There's a southwest phase, there's a south central, southeast, and a north phase. Now, my lord, I would like your lordship first to notice 2 orders which your lordships had passed. First one is of 17th January 2023.
And for the GMC, GMTA, toll board, as well as AUIIC.
How much have you progressed?
There are 4 phases, my lord. 4 phases in the GMD, that is South Central Guwahati Zone, my lord. That was supposed to be completed in 2017 after multiple extensions. But ultimately the contractor didn't proceed, so we have to terminate it. And now in July 2017, we have issued re-tendering of that particular left out portion. Okay. Then it will take another 2 years from.
That was in 17.
That was in 2023, July 2028, re-tendering has been issued. It will take another 2 years. That will most likely be completed in April 2020. Now,
And the other 3 zones?
Other 3 time kind, my lord. That is another is Southwest Guwahati Zone. That is under Jalpur. That is also same contractor has done it. That was also terminated matter. It will take some more time, but in this particular case, multiple areas have been done. Finished, all the work has been done, and in June Road, that 6,680 persons have been installed, my lord. And in another case, my lord, we have issued tender for installing water connection for 30,000 people. So that is ready. And in view of that, there are 6 vendors were selected.
Ready since when?
Ready since already ready, my lord. From July it is ready, and the tender had been issued for connection. 6 vendors were selected for giving 30,000 plus 5,000 each. Now it is going on. Even for that selection, writ petition is pending. Stay order was initially granted, that we have vacated it, and all the 6 persons are connecting their 30,000 person. Works are going. Connection means final works. My lord, that's the tap meter will be installed. Water will come. That's the what idea that connection is going. In fact, we are facing the problem of non-application. Nobody is applying for getting connected. That's the problem we are facing right now in this all this completed area. As well as the North Guwahati Zone, my lord, that work is going on, my lord. And only difficulty on the Okan.
My lord,
You are connected with the entire city, or you are for a
entire city, the Guwahati metropolitan.
You're
city.
not confined to your area.
No, but I would like to
How
make
about
one.
your area?
My lord?
What about your area? This Chiriyakhana
That is-
or Jasper
No,
Nagorik
That
Chiriyakhana area?
that is to some extent covered, my lord, is my understanding. Lord, but I have the prayer, if your lordship
No, no,
sees,
that
is
is
for
okay. No, we are
entire.
just
Yes,
cursory, this is a question.
my lord, my lord. My lord,
No,
but I would
why
like to
the-
draw your
the-
lordship's attention to.
No, we have
About third, how much is the, what are the 4 zones, what is the status?
Yes.
What is the amount of progress you have achieved? And what is your deadline?
Yeah,
So that,
my-
not only the petitioner, all
all.
persons like that, the petitioner, they can at least have a contemplation that by this time.
Yes.
The
Because
project should
till
be over.
July,
such-
July, we have filed the affidavit. There are substantial progress now. What you will find in the night, my lord. They are digging and they're putting the pipes and installing everything. war footing it is going on. We're trying to complete it within the deadline what we have fixed, my lord. So their project is been delayed, but in some area there is water.
If there are litigations also, you can indicate that because of some stay order. we have-
Stay order we have
or
vacated it.
vacate.
Now it has
Even
not-
those you can indicate how much was the time
not.
undertaken or during the stay.
In the meantime, well, I will.
And our anxiety or our
No,
consideration
even-
have this thing down.
We are not.
And because this is not adversary.
No, not
Opposing.
opposing, because we
You
need
have
water.
started a scheme, they want the scheme to be done expeditious.
No.
That's all.
My lord,
Lordship will allow
may I
us
just-
time to file an affidavit, additional affidavit, the substantial progress after July, my lord. Till July, we have filed the affidavit. After July 2023, my lord, they have filed an affidavit. And thereafter, day and night, when war footing, the work is done.
Yes, my lord. My lord, if your lordship permits me, may I refer to two orders of your lordship? One is of 17 January 2023. My lord, may skip the first paragraph, I'll read from the second. By filing this PIL, the petitioners have flagged a burning issue facing residents of city of Guwahati, there is shortage of potable drinking water. It appears that despite a number of projects being floated by the government, the citizens are yet to get proper supply of drinking water. So submits that not to speak of furnishing clean water to the citizens, there is not even no information available in public domain as regards the measures initiated by the administration for supplying water to the southwest and southeast areas of the city coming within GMDA area, as well as the progress made in the phases of project implemented so far for other parts of the city. According to so-and-so, there is also no clarity as regards availability of funds as well as the timeline for completion of these projects. Refuting such arguments, Mr. Boris submits that the work for making potable drinking water available to the Guwahati city dwellers is progressing on a war footing, and the department reasonably expects to make potable drinking water available to every household by the end of March 24. We are in the end of March, Mr. Mr. Bora praised for 2 weeks' time to file a detailed affidavit incorporating all such facts, including those information which have been called for in the order dated so and so passed by this court. Prayer is allowed. We make it clear that the affidavit shall be filed by the managing director of Jal Board by indicating the following aspects: the progress made in the work for supplying drinking water in different parts of the Guwahati city, and the timeline for completion of the scheme, the availability of funds for execution of the projects, interim arrangements, if any, being made by the authorities for supplying drinking water to the citizens. The affidavit shall be filed within 2 weeks by serving advance copy upon the petitioner's counsel registry to list this case again. And another order, if I may draw your lordship's attention to, is 26th of July 2023. Other orders primarily deal with affidavits that have been filed time and again by them, my lord. 26th July, my lord has it. The Learned Advocate General submits that for the project of supply of drinking water to the South Guwahati area, the contract was granted to Mrs. Gammon India Limited, who despite repeated extensions could not complete the task and hence its contract was terminated. Fresh tender was floated on and only one bidder filed its bid, and thus for completion of 24% of the work which still remains to be executed, the decision is pending with the cabinet. We trust that this decision shall be taken at the earliest so that project of great importance can be completed at the earliest. For the petitioner has pointed out that as per the affidavit filed on behalf of the respondents in August 22, work order issued for supplying water to southeast Guwahati area could not be completed as the contractor failed to perform the task under the work order. However, respondents have not filed any material to show as to what steps have been taken to issue a fresh work order in this project. Praise for some time. Thereafter, an affidavit has been filed, which I would like to draw your attention to, Milord. There's an affidavit pertaining to Southeast, Milord, and I would like to confine my concern today, Milord, to Southeast because that's one phase where they are completely lagging behind all other phases. And in fact, only the reservoirs have been built. Total 6 reservoirs have to be built, out of which only 3 have been built. Subsequently, they put those 3 reservoirs in phase 1, and remaining work, which includes reservoirs, water intake point, water treatment plant, nothing has been done. This affidavit reflects this, Milord. If your lordship may have this, it was filed in October, Milord, October 23. This is an affidavit filed by Assam Urban Infrastructure.
Page? Running page, I think running page is 389.
389, my lord. My lord may come to paragraph 4. That the components under Southeast Guwahati Water Supply Project are as follows: construction of storage reservoirs of various capacities of 3 locations and allied works at Guwahati, construction of transmission water supply pipelines and allied works at Guwahati. The notice to proceed for the above works were issued on 30th May 2013 and 4th June 2014 respectively. That above mentioned works have been, my lord, Assam Urban Infrastructure. They are in charge of Southeast, my lord.
Assam Urban Infrastructure Program, AUIIP. By
Pursuant to this
Megha
order
Nidhi
which I
Dahal.
read, my lord.
He is the project director.
Name.
Megha Nidhi Dahal.
Okay. 402.
402.
Three number. 12th October 2020.
402. My lord, I was at paragraph 5 now. Which will be, my lord, I think page 404. That the balance components of Southeast Guwahati Water Supply Project DPR has been prepared comprising of the following components which are to be implemented with external funding from New Development Bank: barge mounted raw water intake system, raw water raising main, water treatment plant, 3 hilltop storage reservoir, distribution network. The detailed project report for phase 2 of Southeast Guwahati Water Supply Project has been approved by the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs on 1st June 23, and subsequently the Department of Economic Affairs has posed the loan to the New Development Bank on 24th July 23, my lord. My lord, to my understanding, my lord, there has been no sanction given, administrative approval, nor has this loan been sanctioned yet for Southeast, my lord. So the people in this area, Southeast, my lord, are suffering the most, and there's a huge population also that needs to be catered to, my lord. So therefore, my respectful submission is that amongst other directions that your lordships are inclined to pass, there should be a specific direction asking them to put on record the administrative approval and, my lord, the sanction of the loan, my lord, for Southeast, because there's no work at all happening in this phase.
May I make it clear? First of all, paragraph 2, first page is 100% complete. And there is a loan from the Asian Development Bank. That is not coming. Then we have to engage then we have to take for the second phase, we have to take the permission of the federal government and the finance department. Thereafter, a loan will come from the New Development Bank. As on today, my lord, today, my lord, the New Development Bank persons are present in Guwahati. They are having a meeting today to get the loan. Thereafter, everything will be sanctioned and from a lot in the pay gain of the petition, my lord, paragraph 7, man. After getting the loan, most likely we'll get to loan this year, my lord. That entire infrastructure will be last 9 months. The schedule of all the entire will be completed in the April 2029. It will take 5 years at least to complete the second phase. We are on FCTP, it will take some time. Because the second phase, after getting the loan, most likely we will getting it this year. Because earlier the ADB banks has stopped giving the loan.
Since 2019, my lord, when the contractor's contract was terminated, there's neither any contractor, nor any consultant, nor any funds for Southeast.
That will come in July. All PMC, that is, project manager consultant will be appointed. Get the funds, then thereafter it will take like this. That part, that's another second thing.
I'm not
That is taking-
contesting my learned friend's submissions, but my lord, some strong observations will go a long way in, my lord, expediting the work.
Your work footing doesn't seem to be work
Now,
footing.
that phase, my lord, that particular
10 years you are taking.
5 years
17
from the
the
date of
matter
sanction.
started, 19 you had discontinued, press contract.
That part,
This is something very important.
that is important, my lord. if traffic is an important subject for you, this is even much more important.
Even my lord, that thing is that doesn't work in the initially, my lord. That because the bank the loan has not come, my lord. Thereafter, you have to engage a new bank.
There are other infrastructure works going on everywhere in the city. Don't
Yes.
you think that this is of much paramount importance?
Well, that is paramount importance. The drinking water is a.
Then if you think
That's why, my lord, now the
you cannot live without water, potable water.
Well, then there are many people who can't even afford to buy drinking water, Milord. That's a segment, Milord, who will be the most worst affected. They neither have drinking water supply nor can they afford to buy drinking water.
because the meeting is taking place today also, then it will be continuous meeting to Delhi also, then the funds will come, then the second phase will have to be.
Who is the meeting being held?
In Assam, Guwahati today, all the new development bank people are in Guwahati today itself. Because it was, this project has been somehow because of the non-funding of the ADB bank, project had stalled. Thereafter, we have to rope in the new development bank. That's why that particular area is lagging behind.
There's an affidavit, Milord, of August 22, Milord, where this statement was made, Milord, that the Department of Economic Affairs had posed the project to New Development Bank by its letter dated 16th of March 21, Milord. I can draw your lordship's attention to that affidavit, Milord, August 22. This is an additional affidavit filed by respondent number 4. Since 21, Milord, they have been deliberating on funds for Southeast.
So this is a project where it has completely halted. That's why it is taking time. ADB bank has given up. Then a new development bank has been. Well, in the meantime, everything will be settled, my lord. But then funds will come, we'll start working on that particular one. That second.
Phase two.
Phase two. Phase one is complete, long back. Phase one is completed, long back has been completed. Thereafter we
No,
got.
but what the Leonard Council is saying is, so far as Southeast, Guwahati is concerned, nothing has happened.
No,
Nothing
phase
is-
one is complete. Phase one is complete.
Phase one hasn't resulted in drinking water supply
That
because
will-
it can't, because it's only means that only 3 reservoirs out of 6 reservoirs have been completed. Neither the water intake point has been completed, nor the water treatment water plant has been completed. How can water supply be started even?
Our concern is how you divide into phases. That is not our concern. Our concern is completion of the project,
Okay.
whether it's in one phase, 10 phases, that is your,
Fine.
your, how you
department-
undertake the work, it's your prerogative. But we need the end result. Don't you think that 10 years is a pretty long time from 70? When did it start? 17? And you are putting a date of 2029.
It started in
Because the funds have
2011.
not come. Last phase funds has come, we have started. Even today also funds is not there.
Funds, you have to make it.
Yes, that will
Before to get the funds, funds are coming for other purposes. Why not this purpose?
this purpose.
This is, as you know, we did not reiterate the importance of drinking water.
Road.
Getting funds is your job.
Yes.
You cannot say the funds are not coming. You're the state.
The process is there, they have to get approved from the.
State, you cannot say that funds are not coming.
So the process has to be done from.
You're generating funds from any new methods. New revenue collection methods are there. Where are these revenue going?
The project. my lord,
There is no concept of toll gates in Assam. Anywhere you go, you need to pay toll.
Here also you pay
Where
toll.
is money going? You don't utilize in public for the public purpose. Why are you collecting? One can very well say, I pay road tax. Why should I give toll?
Let me see what the outcome of the result of today's meeting, my lord. There will be series of meeting, ultimately the fund will come.
When is it coming?
Because there will be a series of meeting, my lord. Funds will have to become after the conclusion of the meeting.
I think
Because,
some more efforts have to
yes,
be.
Lordship, I have also officer to give it. They are moving to Delhi and.
Efforts, I think, are slightly less. In comparison to other aspects. You are not giving due importance to this. subject, which is of paramount importance.
The new officers have been appointed after the that project. My lord, they are,
Of this mighty Brahmaputra at your side.
Yeah, that-
You are having lack of response.
that's the
Is
pathetic
it
situation.
concept concept? Cannot be think of. So is there, you not just need to make it possible.
It will directly expedite that process. My lord.
See, we don't, very frankly, we don't like to have it again, exchange of pleadings affidavit. It's been going on for quite some time. And we don't want to have this making bulky, we want the things to be done. If you are saying there is a meeting today, you can apply just, when is the meeting? How long will the meeting be held? 2 days?
Today the meeting, meeting will be taken place in Good. Thereafter, may continue. My lord. Because
Continue for how many days? 2, 3
Yes.
days?
that information.
You apprise us the outcome of the meeting, let us monitor this.
That's a lot, it will be monitored. Otherwise, this are not progressing, only because of monitoring of the code, it has progressed.
Loan, isn't it?
Not
Co-obtaining loan.
obtaining loan. Because they will inspect everything, my lord. The site, all the-
For Southeast, Guwahati.
that's the issue, that's the southeast board. Rest are all progressing well, my lord. The tender has been issued. This, that, that's what.
Standing council,
My lord, this standing council, Guwahati Municipal Corporation, GMDA,
standing council, GMC,
GMD, all board,
submit that the detailed project report for phase two of Southeast Guwahati has been approved by the Ministry of Public Urban Affairs. Stop. And, the company analytics helps to the represent of the new development. Bank, isn't it?
new development, new development.
Bank. Okay. I basically for obtaining loan. For the, for obtaining loan, for company of six. For South. Report is submitted by. This, that, when we want. Keep a short date, don't want.
It is in the first week of.
You're confident in.
My lord, because it's an urgent matter, my lord, I'll
You
take my
can turn
chance.
online or.
Yes, my lord, I'll take my chances, my lord, but it requires my lord, urgent hearing. Well, apprise, my lord, what the meeting that resulted, my lord. Let it be on 10th of April, my lord. No, 8th of April, Monday.
8th of.
8th of.
Every Monday. That's. That's all. Yes. To apply for. To got the outcome. Of.
Deeply obliged.
UGC in higher education. Last time it was gay.
Yes,
time was Gogoi.
sought by them. Lordship.
Where's Gogoi?
Last two occasions.
Yes,
Lordship will file a written arguments. Lordship will not file.
when? I think you've taken more than 2 or 3
Yes,
of.
Lordship. They're
Three
taking more than.
Lordship, let it come after Lordship. 1 week, Lordship.
Lordship may kindly fix the date and record.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
the last occasion, Lordship.
But
Otherwise,
request made on behalf of Mr. K. Gogoi,
Yes, Lordship.
London Standing Council Higher Education. Please come back down. When do you want? Tell me. Give a date fixed.
Lordship, 8th of April.
Okay,
Lordship may kindly record it as the last opportunity given, Lordship.
on 8th. It is made clear there shall be no adjournment on the next date. Please.
Much obliged.
2.
Lordship, I'm ready. I'm ready on 2nd of February itself, Lordship, but
Yeah.
For respondent 9, Lordship, we are also ready.
Secondary education. Anybody for respondent 8? Okay, submit it.
Lordship, whatever my learned friend has submitted, we need to go through it. Lordship, may short date may be given,
No,
Lordship.
it is a written argument only, Lordship.
So that we can file
No, Lordship.
counter argument, Lordship.
No, but it's,
Date, Lord.
No, no,
Lordship,
no,
it is a
you're
written
the
argument only.
petitioner, isn't it?
Yes, Lordship.
Lordship, short date on the.
No, what
It's a written
counter
argument.
argument can you give?
Whatever he has submitted,
So you can't file a counter argument. If there's a counter argument, is the petitioner.
Yes,
can show.
Lordship. Today it may be closed.
We'll
Lordship.
finish it, we'll finish it. Parties have submitted their respective written argument.
short date may be given, Lord.
Hearing,
2nd of April.
No, Lordship, I humbly pray before this honorable court.
okay, let us give her one last chance. After that, there's no,
Obliged, deeply obliged.
cancel the order. On request made by MS.
Yes, Dev, Lord.
S.
Dev,
Dave, Learned Council for respond number
9.
9. List on. When?
1st of April, Lordship.
First, second, any,
1st of April. Lordship.
Okay, we have it on 3rd April, 3rd April.
like, Lord.
You give this back, you keep it back after on the day you bring it.
Lordship.
3, 4, and 5.
Lordship, in item number 3, 4, 5, we have to submit a written argument.
You are for
Secondary education, Lordship,
secondary education.
on behalf of our.
UGC,
3, 4,
you ready?
3, 4, 5.
UGC. NCT, you ready? Huyan, you ready? Yes, sir.
I'm for.
Just take down. Parties have submitted their respective written arguments. Hearing concluded, just one minute.
One thing only is that, my lord, I have submitted one argument for the for your.
Lordship, I'm sorry, Lordship, in item number 2, Lordship may indicate there will not be any further adjournment, Lordship.
No, that's
Mhm.
that part.
Okay. 6.
Lordship, we have submitted a written argument, Lordship, earlier point of that.
I approve for a private respondent.
Higher education,
Higher education.
your citing is go good. Can you catch hold of Google? Next, just pull up the next.
7.
I may appear on behalf of respondent 3 and 4, my lord,
Ah.
3 and 4 and retain argument, my lord.
1 minute. He also higher education, Gogoi.
Gogoi. On the last occasion, Manoj, it was, last chance was given.
Let us see where he is.
I have seen him,
Wait,
I have seen him in the corridor, my lord.
call him.
Whole college authorities, students are suffering, my lord, because of that political science, one titles now.
Yes,
6 and 7, 7, 7, not 6.
item 6 is also Gogoi.
Lordship, these two matters may be taken up after Bihu vacation, Lordship.
Why after B? We'll have it on 8. Other one also is listed on 8, isn't it? We'll have it on 8.
Let my lord start.
Item 6. On request made on behalf of Mr. K. Gogoi and its standing council higher education. It is. Don't give it now. It'll give it on that day only. There's item 8 also, 7 also. Same order on request made on behalf of Mr. K. Gogoi and its standing council higher education.
My lord, observation maybe on that particular day, if they fail to submit, my lord, that should be closed, my lord.
Okay.
Alright.
March.